Hello my lovelies, how is everyone out there doing today? So I have a new camera angle. As you can see, you're probably seeing this more than what you usually do. If you haven't been here before, welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny, and if you have, welcome back. I know there's a little bit of a weird introduction, but I always have problems with my camera. So what I did, if you haven't seen me, I have just a really tiny little space in my bedroom. I have two dressers right here, and then I have this little tiny vanity right here up against my wall, and I have a little tiny ring light that's sitting right here against my wall, and my vanity has a couple of little lights around it. So I have like this little tripod with a little arm that my camera attaches to, and it always moves, like it always falls all the time. So I have trouble trying to get my camera angles right, trying to get everything adjusted, because it constantly loses focus, and I don't know why. I never mess with it, never set it, it just stays. But it doesn't. It moves all the time. So now I like reattach my arm, and I have it leaning on something and like propped onto something that's more sturdy than what I had it before. And it's actually, this is really weird, but you know those speakers that are wireless? Well, this little base that actually that speaker came on, it's sitting on that. So it has like this little like indentation, and that's what the actual arm is sitting in. So let's keep our fingers crossed that this works. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to get a glare from my light. We're just going to find out. So for today's video, we are going to talk about something I got in a mini haul. And let me just tell you, it's been a hot minute since I put makeup on, so we're going to see how it goes. But we are talking about the new Juvia's Place, the new minis, and it's 3 of them. Let me get them all here, and we'll talk about it. I'm excited because, you know, I love Juvia's Place. But these are the 3 new minis. We have the Mauves, the Pinks, and the Taupes. So if you've been here, then you know my love of Juvia's Place is beyond love of makeup. And I have the old minis. I have the chocolates, I have the nudes, I have the violets, and the berries. The violets and the berries are my favorites because the pinks, purples, mauves, those are like the colors that I always gravitate towards. So these are the berries, and I want to show you how close they are compared to the ones that just came out. And these are the violets. Okay? So, the new collection, the mauves and the pinks. You see what I mean? If you look at, let's see, these are the new mauves and these are the violets. They have, you know, not exactly the same, but you know what I mean? They got the same kind of feel to them. But if you look at the berries and the mauves, look how close. They are almost identical, guys. They are so close. So close. And then you take the pinks and the berries. Do you see what I mean? Let me move that off there. They're like identical. So basically, the berries, the mauves, and the pinks, I'm going to hold them all. I'm going to try to hold them all 3 together. They're like the same. There's not a whole lot of difference in the color families, you know, obviously are the same. So you're going to have like the same looks on them. So let's see if I can get them all in the frame. But these are the 3. Now, let me go this way. These are the 3. And you see what I mean? I mean, they're so similar. There's really not a lot of difference between those 3. I mean, obviously they have, like, this is a little pop of color that's different. This one's a little different. But if you look at these 2, they're almost identical. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're the same color. And then you have, like, this one's a little darker than this one here. But they're still, I mean, they're very, very similar. This is, like, almost the same as that one, actually. So they're very, very similar in tones. They really, really are. Now, the taupes are a bit different than the other palettes were. Let me show you that one, too. They're close to the nudes. So this is the taupes, okay? This is the new taupes. I love these right here. So this is the new taupes. And let me show you the chocolates from before and the nudes from before, okay? These are the chocolates and the nudes from before. So let me do this with them. Let me take the little things out of them. Okay. And this is the new taupes. So a lot of the same repetitive feel, like this color here, you know, it's kind of like a combination of kind of like that one, combination of that one over there. But these are similar, but not as similar as the other one was. This one has more taupes, it's more browns, and these are more chocolatey kind of colors. I didn't use these a lot. You know, I didn't gravitate toward these two a lot. I used this one more. As you can tell, this one has you can tell it has more use to it for base colors. This one, I don't do a lot of neutrals, which I'm starting to now, but I don't do a lot of neutrals. So I didn't use that one a lot. I mean, I used it, I think, once since I've had it, like literally. Yeah, I think actually, you know what? I don't even know if I used it. I don't even know if I used this one at all. But I still have it because I have every single palette that Juvia's Place has done. So yeah, I have it all because I love Juvia's Place. So it is what it is. So we're not going to talk about the old palettes. I just wanted to show you those so you can see how similar they are to the new ones. So we're talking about the taupes, the mauve, and the sweet pinks. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about them, the pricing, things like that. So right now on the website, they do have some specials running. They sell for $14 a piece for 6 pans. Their prices are really good. Their formulations are amazing. If you have not tried Juvia's Place, I highly recommend them because they run amazing sales. Right now they have what's called the bundle sales. You can get all 3 of these for $31. You can get all 7. So you can get all 7 of these for $91, which is really good. It's really good. And then they have where you can get it's called a sweet bundle, where you can get the pink, the sweet pinks, and then you can get one of the glosses, which is called the glass gloss in So Glaze for $25. And then you can get the chocolates, which is the one I showed you up here. Let me get it back down. You can get the chocolate, which is this one here, and then all 4 chocolate lip colors for $64. Or you can get the mauves, which is this one right here, and all 4 mauves, which I have all 4 of them. And here, you know I have these, right? You can get all 4 lip colors for $64. So those are really good prices. And I don't know if my code, it's not my code, it's just a code that I use. It's called In the Tribe. So you can use that and get an additional 20% off. I don't know whether it applies to the bundle prices, but to the individual prices it does. So if you ever shop on Juvia's Place, use the code In the Tribe. It saves you 20% off. Just use that. Anyway, so we're gonna look at these. And I do have some other Juvia's Place products on my face that I'll talk about as well. I'm gonna do that first, get it out of the way. I'm using the Tribe Highlighter Volume 3. And this is the color. This is what it looks like on the outside. And this is the inside. And this is what it looks like. It's really pretty. But that is the color. Got some pink on my finger. That is the color highlighter that I have on today. And then the blush, I kind of goofed up one. I haven't used the Saharan Blush for a while. This is the Volume 2. I mean, you can tell it's well used. It's pretty dirty. This is like the blush I used for a long, long time. But I haven't used it in so long because I've been using the heck out of this one that I got in my Trendmood. Been using this like literally every day since I got it, except for one day. And I kind of went overboard and it got really dark on me really quick. So yeah, I powdered the crap out of my face. So you'll see a lot of powder on my face. Yeah, I kind of went overboard. And I'm using a new, love it so much. This is a new bronzer by Mented Cosmetics. I found Mented from my Trendmood box when I got one of the lip colors. But this is in the color Beach Bum. But this is the bronzer by Mented. And I love it. I freaking love it. And there's no smell or anything. And it really doesn't show much on my finger. You can see it, but it's not a whole, man, you can see it. But this is the bronzer that I used. I don't know if you can really see it because I kind of, like I said, I goofed up on that blush. But I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So if you guys get a chance, go check Mented Cosmetics out. It is a black-owned brand. You know, I love my black-owned brands anyway. Just putting it out there, I do. No particular reason, I just do. But, yeah. And then I got to give you a little backstory about my eyelashes because I do talk about my eyelashes quite often. And we always do this, so if you're new here, I always give like a rundown of what I use in my face before we actually start talking about what I'm using on my face that particular day. I just always do that so you guys know what I'm using. I use my Perricone MD No Makeup Serum Foundation because I did a goof and bought the wrong foundation before, so I did buy the right one this time. Because I had actually bought just the regular foundation instead of no serum. This is an ivory. And this is what it looks like. It's a little darker than I thought it was going to be. It's more yellowy, but it still turned out fine. And then I'm using my Born This Way in Swan for my concealer, except under my eyes. I use my Pat McGrath that I always use under my eyes. So I'm giving this a try out for the first time as a combo today. Second time, I think, using that. Like I said, I haven't been wearing makeup. I went to the oncologist last Wednesday. It was a little different appointment. If you look at my Allure Beauty Box review, you'll see what happened at that appointment. So I'm a little, I'm out of sorts today. And I've been out of sorts since the last day I wore makeup. Like a full bead of makeup was that day. So I had a little trouble getting myself going today. I have trouble with my eyebrows. I have trouble with my makeup. My face is kind of breaking out. I don't know what it's from. I don't know whether it's from skincare that I'm trying that I got in my Allure box. I've tried the primer a couple times just by itself, and it's this primer right here. And then I quit using it because I started breaking out. So I don't know whether it was that or whether it's the Youthquake that I tried. I tried to sample that because I'm getting it in my BoxyCharm next month. Don't know whether it's that or not, or whether it is the one of the serums that I got in my Allure box. So what I did is I quit using everything except the Youthquake to see whether or not it's that. Since I'm getting my BoxyCharm, I want to see, because if not, I'm going to give it away. So I want to see what that's like. And then my lashes. If you have seen me, you know, with chemo, I lost my lashes. It took me 3 years to get my lashes back. And the only thing that brought them back is this right here, the Grande Lash Serum. This is the only thing that brought them back. Nothing worked for 3 years. Why isn't it coming in? Nothing worked for 3 years to get them back. And this is just a lash serum that you put on the base of your lashes every night. Only thing that brought them back. Well, I got in my BoxyCharm, I got this stuff right here to try. And it goes on just like a mascara does, but you put it on at nighttime before you go to bed. I start trying it and didn't use my other lash serum. And once again, we're having trouble focusing. There we go. So I start using it. I used it for a few days. I lost lashes. Let me show you. And if you've seen me, then you know how hard it was to get the lashes and how much lashes I got back. So, I don't know if you can tell or not, I lost lashes right here. And I lost lashes right here. Not a lot, just a few. And I don't know whether it was that or not, but I lost lashes. So, I don't know whether I want to use that. So I'm going to have to go back to my Grande Lash again and start using that again to see whether or not I can get those lashes back. Because I hadn't used it as much. Because once you get them back, you don't have to use it every day. You can use it like every couple days. So I was a little disappointed that I lost those lashes. So anyway, let's talk about this. I've gone off subject enough. So the Mauves. It says on the back of the Mauves, and I can put the boxes away because it says it on the actual palette. Oops, sorry Sophie. I just put the boxes down on her. The Mauves. It says, a sleek and beautiful hand-picked soft mauve colors to create beautiful looks. It is cruelty-free, designed and formulated in the USA, and it is pressed pigments. The taupes, it says, sleek, beautiful, hand-picked taupes to create beautiful looks. And then the pinks, sweet pinks, say sleek, beautiful, hand-picked sweet pinks to create stunning looks. So, yeah. So, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe use a little bit of each one just to see what kind of thing we can create. And I already have my P. Louise base down, and it's the zero. It's just a white base. And I'm going to kind of tap it because it has been a while since I put it on. And usually I start with this eye and I do just one. Oh, and by the way, I have more milia on my face too. I have them like all up here. I have them on my eyelid. I've started to get these here. I've come back. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it was. Nothing had avocado oil in it. Got one right here. Up through here. I don't know if you can see them, but the highlighter like brings it in. Let me bring in a little bit too. I'm going to put my makeup on. If I can do it. It's like my camera angle is up higher now, so I don't know. But something caused the milia to react. So like I said, I'm just going to just use the Youthquake and not use the other products to see if my skin gets a little better. And my nerves, you know. I have to go tomorrow to the doctor to have my anorexia check-in. And it's my weight check and my labs. And to be completely honest with you guys, it's freaking me out. And I've started restricting. So I've gone back to calorie counting back down to 600 calories a day. So it's freaking me out. I do that every time before a weight check with her. So yeah, it's freaking me out. So I'll see what happens from that. And I'm getting my hair cut today. She's changed her schedule around a little bit to get me in when there's nobody there. So that's why this looks away. And I got my Sigma Trendmood brushes in, guys. I'm so excited to try these. So I'll be using them today. So I got these yesterday. You're supposed to wash them first. I forgot. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing as far as how well they're going to work. I've got a towel here in front of me. I'm just going to kind of wipe them off in that towel. You're supposed to wash them first though. And I am getting the glare that you see. It's just from my mirror, because I have like this, I have my Mgido mirror. They don't have them anymore. And then it has a detachable magnifying mirror since I can't see. And you'll see me use my magnifying glass to check things out since I can't see. You know, it's called being 52 years old. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of lay a crease color down. And I'm going to use one of my motor brushes. It's my M18. I use it a lot, guys. Like a lot. And I have several of them. But I'm going to use my M18. And it's just a little bit of a, like, it's got a little curve to it. It looks dirty, but it's not. I just use it all the time. I'm going to grab this taupe color right here. And there's no names to any of these colors. It's just like one of the taupes. And for some reason, the 6 pans don't have names. I'm just going to do this eye. I do the other one off camera because I've taken 16 minutes just to talk. I think 16, just to talk about life. And I do that. I talk about things I use on my face. I talk about life and things that are going on. My hair appointment's, like I said, tonight. So it's not after dark though, because I can't drive at night. I can't see. So that's a good thing. But I haven't gone since March. I've been thinning it out myself, so hopefully she won't have trouble with it. But bless her heart, I was like so happy when she told me she could get me in late this evening. Not late, but like basically like right before they close. Okay, that color's not very pretty. It's like orangey on my eye. But it's okay for a base, just to kind of get something laying there in that crease. And then I'm going to grab another. It's the same thing. It's just a different handle. It's a motor brush, if I hadn't said that already. And I'm going to grab this color right here. And this is in the Mauves. I have a trash can here that I tap everything off. I'm just going to go right here at the same place. I'm just not going to take it over as far. There's no rhyme or reason about how to make one. And it might not work for you, it just works for me. And I'm turning the brush to get, because there's like a point, so I'm turning that side over. And then I'm going to look straight on, and I'm going to see exactly where it sits, and I'm just going to bring it up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my Triad brush, if I can find it here, by Moda. And this one is the one, let me wipe it off a little bit here. Okay, this is the one that's got like a little bit of a curve to it. Do you see how it does that? It leans. And then I'm going to go over here to the pinks, because I'm curious what these pinks look like on the eye. This might be a good thing and it might not be a good thing, but I want to try this color right here. I'm just curious to see what that looks like. I'm just going to grab a tiny bit, just a tiny, tiny bit around the tip of it. Like right there. I'm just kind of putting it right here in the corner of the crease. And I'm only grabbing a tiny bit, so I'm not having to tap it. And there's usually not that much fallout. with Juvia's. Every once in a while you might get a color that has some fallout. It just depends on how heavy-handed you are, and I'm not heavy-handed at all. And the thing I like about this brush is you can turn it. Like right now I've got the flat side facing up, so I'm pressing it like up against the bone, because like right there's the bone, so I'm pressing it up toward that bone. And then I can turn it just a tad bit so that the flat side's facing in, and then I can just kind of bring it up like this. And then I turn it back the other way. And this just kind of gets that outside edge a little bit better. And then I just kind of keep turning it just to kind of get that outside edge. It's not putting a whole lot of color in there, just a little bit. I just wanted to see what that color looked like. And then I'm going to turn it so that the flat part's down. And I'm just going to bring it in a little bit here. I'm just going to use what's left on the brush and just kind of blend it in. Okay, that didn't really show up a whole lot, but I just was curious what it would look like. I'm going to go over here to these Mauves again, and I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to, I don't know if that's such a good idea though. I ordered another Triad brush. It's supposed to be here this week. That's probably not a good idea since I still have to do the other eye. So I'm not going to use the same brush just in case it doesn't let me, doesn't clean off very well for the other side. I'm going to use the Sigma brush I got. I'm going to use I hate to use a blending brush for that. I think I'm going to use my tapered, but no, I don't know which one I want to use. I'm not ready to use that yet. I'm not ready to use that yet. I'm going to grab, let me see, which one do I want to use? I'm not sure which one I want to use. I think I want to use, I want to use this one. And my camera's going to cut off, so I'm kind of looking at it so much here. This is another little motor brush. And it is, I should know these by now, as many times as I use these things, shouldn't I? But I don't. I don't know some of these. I can't see. It's just a detail brush. But I'm going to grab, I was going to grab that. I think I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one right here. I'm just going to grab it right on the tip. Just on the tip. So it's just right there on that tip. You hear my dog snoring? That's Sophie. Oh my gosh, she's snoring so loud. I'm kind of covering that pink up, but you'll see what I want to do in a minute, because I just wanted to see where it was going to lay, but I'm just playing to see where what the colors look like, but you'll see in a minute what I got planned in my little head. And you see where I put that right there, just to kind of darken that. And then I'm going to grab that brush again, because I'm going to grab that pink again. Alright, my camera's going to cut off, so okay, I'm back. I'm going to bring that pink in a little further here, and then bring it right here. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of these highlighter type colors, one of the shimmers. I'm going to put the shimmer over top of it. And then I'm going to use my blending brush. This is number E25, and it's just a regular blending brush from Sigma in my Trendmood. And Sigma brushes have a 2-year warranty. I'm just going to kind of blend that out a little bit. Put more of that pink on there. Sophie is just snoring like crazy, isn't she? And then I'm going to go back to the original brown that we used. Just kind of pull it in a little bit. And then I'm going to go back to what was left on this one, not put any additional product on it. Then I am going to use my finger, and I'm going to use this color right here. And I'm not doing swatches on these because I'm showing you as I'm using them. I might try to swatch something. I don't know. Okay, that's what color that is. So I don't know. I'm just going to put it on top of this. I don't know if I want to do that. Okay, I lied. I am going to swatch. All right, so there's this one. And let me get that over there. And then we have this one. And then my pinky's going to have this one. So that's this one. So those are those colors in there that I'm trying to figure out a color to put on top of that. And I don't really know. Let's do the shimmers in the taupe. These are the shimmers. Got this one, and this one. And that's that. I don't want to use any of those to overlay. I'm sorry. This video is not. I'm just really I just get really weird before I have to go for a weigh-in. And I know I got weighed from my oncologist, but it's a little different because he doesn't judge me the way my doctor does when I have to go. So it's a little different. And yeah, that color's not what I wanted, so let me get that off. It's kind of glittery, actually. I'm going to use this one right here. And I'm going to lay it over top of that. Ooh, that's exactly what I wanted. It kind of makes it just a little deeper. Then I get like, I don't know, I just get like out of my head, and I know I can come over here and talk to you guys about it. And some of you might understand, some of you don't. I mean, I've gained the weight that she wanted me to because I agreed to go to a certain amount. But at the same time, I don't want to go anymore. And I know, like I said, some of you will understand, some of you won't. And I just don't know what's going to happen with the labs and everything. And one thing I didn't tell you guys was when I went to my oncologist and I was talking about, my white cells being still really low at my last visit with my doctor I'm going to tomorrow. Grabbing the other blending brush. He told me, it's E35 by the way. He told me that's why he didn't do any labs, because of the fact that my white cells just never came up after chemo, and there's no reason besides the anorexia as to why, why they didn't come up. And he said that, okay, now I am going to grab some more of that mauve color, that me not going in public is definitely not an unfounded fear, that he does not think it's a good idea for me to be around a lot of people and being in public. And he was concerned about where I had to get my labs done, but I did find out that my doctor, you no longer have to go into the clinic area. I don't know if I've told you this or not. The clinic area to have labs done, they have it set up in a different location now, so that's a good thing. So I don't have to worry about going into that location. So that made me feel a lot better. Going back in this dark color. So I don't have to worry about doing that now. So that definitely is a plus. But he said that as long as my white counts stay low like that I can't be around people. I just can't. So that was a little, kind of freaky, because I was hoping that he would say, no, you don't have anything to worry about, that you're just being overly cautious. And no, that's not what he told me. He told me that I'm very, very much, I can't even, my words, I'm just like, in my brain. He told me that I'm very much right in thinking that. Alright, so I'm grabbing a pencil brush from the Trendmood set, and this is E30, and I'm going to grab this dark mauve over here, this one right here, and I'm going to put that underneath my eyes. But anyway, I just get really weird before I have to go to the weigh-in, because when he saw me, I had lost 40 pounds since the last time he saw me last year. But with her, I've gained like 7 or 8 pounds And she'll be happy with that, but she's still not going to be completely satisfied with it. But I'm not. I just don't want to get any more. So I just don't know where my levels are going to be as far as, you know, my thyroid, because my thyroid hasn't been right, and my cholesterol hasn't been right, and my cholesterol hasn't been right in years. It has nothing to do with anorexia, but it's gotten worse. But I can't take the medication they give me because it makes my bones hurt no matter what they do with it. So I don't know. I'm sorry guys, I'm just kind of, I don't know. And then I'm going to use this hot pink right here. So I'm sorry that I'm kind of bummed right now. So I'm not my normal chipper self. And I'm sure this video will get lots of dislikes, because when I'm like this, I usually do get lots of dislikes. And then I'm going to get this color right here, just because the simple fact that I'm just not exciting when I get like this. And then it shows my makeup, you know what I mean? It just doesn't, I don't come across as good. I don't know the word I'm trying to say here. I'm using this brush again to blend it. It comes across in the way I apply my makeup. You know what I mean? It doesn't look as good when I get like this. So I apologize in advance that, you know, that I'm not my normal self, and the makeup's not going to be as pretty as what it usually is, and I'm not going to look as good as I usually do. Now I'm trying to figure out a color to wear there. I'm just looking once again at these colors. Since I'm sticking with more of the mauves and the pinks, I think I'm going to use this color right here that I was looking at a little while ago. And I'm going to wet my finger with my bougie spray, which is my Evian. And then I'm going to go in with that color because it was kind of glittery a minute ago. So I'm thinking if I go in wet, then maybe it won't be like that. Yeah, that helped a lot. Still kind of glittery though. I just flicked some off my finger because I had like a gobble in there. I'm just kind of pressing with this one because it does have a little bit of glittery base to it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of my bling brushes, my E4, and it's a flat brush. I'm just kind of tap it on a little bit just to stop any of the fallout that might happen from that kind of glitter base. It's not glitter, it's a shimmer, but it has a little bit of a glitter base to it. Let me try putting it on with the wet brush. Well, it's not, the brush isn't wet, but there's still some wetness in that color. Finger applies it much better. It's much better finger applied. And if I didn't have the wrinkles on my eyes, it would go on much better. Because when I pull it like this, it goes better. But then, you know, I have wrinkles, so yeah, I'm getting gobs. See, I don't know if wet did any good with that, to be honest. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this look at all. I was trying to use as many colors out of each palette that I could, but I just don't like the way it looks. It's very, I just don't like it. But then again, like I said, the mood I'm in today, I probably wouldn't have liked it no matter what look I came up with. Maybe once I put my mascara and stuff on, I don't know. I just don't know. Honestly, I don't know. These taupes are just too dark to put there, I think. Let me try using my little Moda brush here. I'm going to try one of these colors in the corner and see if maybe it'll work in the corner. This, I think it's one of my Moda Pros. I don't think it has a number on it. It's just one of the little pointy brushes. I'm just going to grab, let's see which one's the lightest one. This one right here. I'm just going to grab this, and I'm going to put it in the corner just to see how dark it is. Because if it's not too dark, I can use it like up here as well. Let me see. This one looks a little glittery too. It's not as smooth as I thought it was going to look. It's pretty though. Let me try my pinky. Much better with the pinky. Maybe once I get my lipstick on, I'll feel better. Lipstick does that. Does lipstick do that to you all? When I put lipstick on, it just brings me back to life. Maybe it'll bring me back to life. I'm just really nervous about tomorrow. And another thing I'm really nervous about, you know, because you know, guys, I'm honest with you all and tell you everything, is I'm really scared that I'm going to weigh more than what I think I do. And it's going to set me back. So I'm really scared. That's what it's going to do. That it's going to set me back, and this whole restriction is going to get worse. Because yesterday, my son and my husband got Burger King, and they asked me where. When my husband asked me where my food was, I said I'm not eating that. It's too fattening. That's too many calories. And I like went out and got this meal that was like 270 calories, and then I got something else, but it's like it ended up being probably less than 600 calories for the day. And he said, don't start that shit again. So he got really pissed off at me, and that's what happens is when I start restricting, he doesn't understand, and he gets really upset, and then we start fighting because he says it's stupid and it's vain, and he just doesn't understand it. And the doctor tried to explain to him, you know, what it is and why I go through it, and he doesn't understand it at all. So it just starts a huge fight, and that's what scares me. Is I'm scared, you know, I'm scared of going through that again, and I'm scared of it's something I can control, and that's where it comes from. Because when my mom was sick, when my dad was sick, when my stepdad was sick, it's every time it's when it comes back. Because I can't control that. When I got sick with cancer, couldn't control that. But how much food I eat, how much food I put in my body, I can control that. And that's where the anorexia comes from, and that's when it starts. So I'm so scared that I'm going to go and my weight's going to be more than what I want, and then I'm going to start this whole obsession again. So I keep telling myself, you can do this, it's going to be fine, you're not going to start it. And then yesterday, as soon as I really start thinking, oh my God, I got to go to the doctor in 2 days, it started again. So I don't, you know, like today, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to eat today. And I haven't. You know, I'm barely drinking water, and it's not good. So I don't know, guys. So by the time you see this, I would have already gone to the doctor. I don't know, guys. I'm scared. I'm really scared. Alright, I need to put something else on my under eye. I'll do that off camera because I've really taken up a lot of time on here. And I'm going to, like, fix this a little bit because it's really bad. It's really bad. I don't know. I want to try to clean this up, do the other eye, put some mascara on. Hopefully I can get my lashes to perk up a little bit. I'm going to put on my Charlotte Tilbury liner, and then my lipstick. I want to use my Mauves out of my Juvia's Place, and I'm sorry I'm so down today, and that I'm not more chipper and more excited about makeup, because I know you guys come here for my excitement and for my joy, and I'm like, okay, this is how nervous I am, guys. I gotta show you. So I've got this thing that I'm using to wipe my fingers off. You see what I've done to it? That's what I've done the whole time I've talked to you all. And that's just what I do. I just pick and I pull and... Alright, let me go see what I can do, and I'll be right back. Okay, my lovelies, I am back, and you see, Roxy has decided to join us in the bed. She was on the floor, and now she's on the bed. So I'm going to bring you on in, and we're going to take a look at this hodgepodge on my face. Okay, So now that my camera's up higher, I'm gonna sit lower. So this is the final look. It looks like one big pink blob. I know, because I feel like a big pink blob today. The lashes kind of saved it, and I did use the Urban Decay Lash Freak, which I really like. I really like it a lot. I'm still, you know, missing these eyelashes right here, but it did help to thicken them and make it look like I have more lashes than what I do. So that did help a lot. And of course, lipstick. Lipstick saves the day. It always saves the day. And of course, I used my Juvia's Place. I have the So Glazed gloss, which is the gorgeous gloss. As you can tell, I've been using it because, you know, it's got some empty spots in it. But this is it right there. I'm gonna put my glasses on, guys, because, you know, you see it, it's done. I can put my glasses on, and then I can see with you. So, I'll put my glasses on. And my battery light's flashing. Are you kidding? I talked that much in the beginning? Yeah, I did. So we'll see if I can get through the end of it. Anyway, this is the gloss. And if you haven't seen the glosses, they have a very big doe foot on them. And I'll show that to you. So it's a really large doe foot. So it's really, really nice. And it's going to be probably harder to focus because of the fact that battery's almost dead. I want to use that right in the center. But I've been talking to my dog, so it's kind of moved around a lot. And then I used the 3 lips colors I used. I used Kebi, which is this one right here. I used it mostly on the outside because it's a darker color. And then, oh, my lip liner. Let me go back to my lip liner. I used Lush for my lip liner. That's the lip liner right here. And then I used the Kebi. And then I used Mauve Moment and Chic. I used the Mauve Moment I used first. And I mixed that, you know, kind of with the darker color. And then I put the Chic just in the middle on the bottom. And that's that color right there. So that's what I did. And you saw the rest of everything else. So as a whole, I think, you know, if I use them like by themselves, it probably would have been better. But I wanted to kind of get a look to see how it was to use all 3 palettes. I think I should have probably used only one. But the bad thing about, especially this one right here, they're kind of all bright colors. I mean, this one's a little paler, but it's still a bright color. You know what I mean? On deeper skin tones, I think it would be beautiful. But like with me, I think I need to use the taupes in order to get like a base tone kind of color. This color here is really nice for, you know, a base tone like I did. And then you go over to your mauves, and they're kind of all dark colors as well. So you kind of need a lighter base color to play with, because that's dark on me. And that one's dark on me. And they're similar. Look how similar those 2 colors are. One's just a little bit darker than the other. But they're beautiful palettes. They really are. You know, my Juvia's Place, they have my heart. But in comparison to their other palettes, like in comparison to their 12 pans, their 9 pans. Okay, so my battery did die. But what I was saying, as far as comparison to their other palettes, I think their other palettes have better formulas. I don't know what makes these smaller palettes different. I really don't. They blend just fine. They work just fine. But I think the larger palettes have more pigmentation. For some reason, I think the smaller 6 pans don't have as much pigmentation as the other ones do. But they are beautiful. They really are. I just think that I'm in a funk. And when I get in these funks, I don't do as well with my makeup. I don't. And you can see how much funk I'm in. Let me take this watch off, and I want to show you something, okay? This shows you how much funk I'm in. You saw what I was doing to that paper, right? Or that wipe, that makeup wipe. Do you see my skin? Can you? I don't know if you can see it because of my tattoo. See where I've been digging? I've been digging like crazy, and I have scabs where I've been digging. Because I get nervous and I dig, and I dig, and I dig, and I dig. So that's just kind of what I'm going through. So I'm trying to explain to you the state of mind I'm in and the mood I'm in, because that's important for me, for you guys to understand that. And if you're new here, my mental health is something that I talk about a lot. And that's the reason this video is just kind of dragging today, and the reason I'm in just this kind of blah state. I'm not usually this way. I'm not usually as blah. I'm usually more chipper and more positive. And today I just can't get there. but being here and talking to you guys helps me so much. It just really, and I'm sitting here digging. Let me put my hands underneath my legs. It really helps me a lot. And I've been struggling all week long to do a video, and literally, I have not filmed a video since last week. I've done a couple of Instagram things, but I haven't even done much of that. I did talk about my SpongeBob giveaway. I'm doing a giveaway over on Instagram for the Juno SpongeBob, and I'll show it to you. And it's just an Instagram giveaway. I do have the video here on YouTube, but the giveaway is for Instagram, and it's to win one of these. So if you find the video here on YouTube, and I'll link it on the end here, but the thumbnail to that video, if you go on Instagram, look for that thumbnail, then you can see how to win. And it's just an Instagram giveaway that I wanted to do to give back to you guys. And I do that a lot. I do a lot of giveaways. Speaking of which, I have my end of month giveaway that's starting on let's see, the last Saturday this month. Well, I'll put this on Friday, so it'll be tomorrow. It'll start tomorrow, and it'll go through, it actually goes through the 8th of September because of the Labor Day weekend. We're going out of town that weekend camping, so hopefully that'll get me out of this funk. But I'm really nervous about doctor's appointment, guys, so I'll post it over on Instagram as well. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I'm just really nervous. I know this video is long and probably really boring for a lot of you guys, especially if you're new here. You won't understand. If you go back and look at some of the other videos, you can see the difference in my mood. But yeah, mental health is huge with me. I have bipolar disorder, PTSD. I have seasonal affective disorder, OCD. I have a lot of CD, ACDs, BCDs. I have a lot of things. I have a lot of letters. I made those other letters up, but I have a lot of letters that I have going on up here. And it always makes me wonder why they call seasonal affective disorder SAD, S-A-D. Because you get sad, you know. And with all these disorders that I have body dysmorphia, and that's what led to my anorexia, because what you see is not what I see. Like when I look in the mirror, I see different. You know, you might see this, I see this. It's hard to explain, and I know a lot of you are like, oh my god, she complains about the way she looks. It's just hard for me to tell you how I feel about the way I look unless you experience it, unless you go through it. It's hard to understand. That's why my husband has trouble understanding it, because he doesn't go through that. He's on the opposite end of the spectrum, so he doesn't understand why I complain about the way I look. So I'm hoping that I can make you guys understand. And I know some of you out there have suffered with eating disorders, so I know a lot of you do understand it. And it's hard, it really is, because I had it for, you know, I've had it for 35 years or longer, and I didn't understand it. I didn't know that I had it. It wasn't until recently, it was a year ago next month that I was diagnosed, and I didn't know it. I had a friend of mine that told me through school that I had it, and I didn't know it. And there is a video here on YouTube where I talk about my eating disorder, and I'm learning more and more as I go about it. But it's just starting to rear its ugly head again, and I'm scared and I'm nervous, and I just don't know what's going to happen. So if you guys just continue to pray for me and continue to think about me, and I'll update you. Maybe when I do my giveaway video, maybe I will have an update in there. So thank you for making it to the end of this video and for bearing with me. But I do recommend Juvia's Place, you know, getting back on that subject. And I'm sorry that I veered off so many times, but getting back to the Juvia's Place. Let's see if I can end this video with a smile. And maybe you'll like it and give me a thumbs up. And I hope you do. And I hope you come back and give me another chance. And if you don't like the video, maybe don't give me a thumbs down just yet. Give me another chance, because my videos do get better. It's just, I'm just in that state of mind right now. You know, like if you look back at my lower video, you understand after I went to the oncologist, that appointment, and then this on top of it, it's just kind of all coming to a head this week. But I love Juvia's Place. They're really affordable. $2.33 per shadow is not bad. It's like ColourPop pricing. Their lip formulas, I love them, and it feels weird putting on this just to put a mask on to go get my hair done, but you know, I got to do it for my video. I got to do it for you guys, and love them. And I do, you know, my giveaways. I just gave away a bunch of these, and Tracy won, so congratulations to you. She just got them, so I know that made her day, and I just love giving back to you guys. So I got another giveaway coming up. I'm looking at it right now. and I'm real excited about that one. I'm gonna make you work for that one. Just not as much as I did my big birthday giveaway or anything like that, but there's a palette in here that I'm going to be, actually probably two, that I'll be doing swatches. So I didn't do the swatches for this video for these because I was using them, but I'm going to be comparing them to another brand that is very pricey, that if you guys have watched me, you know that I have everything except for some smaller palettes, but let me just give you a little hint so that you come back. Maybe this will get you coming back. But I have a brand down here from a palette, one of my favorite brands. Oh, and I already put her away. But let me just show you. This brand, do you recognize it? Do you recognize this brand? But her brand is going to be something I'm going to be comparing these two. So, yeah, you have to come back. You have to come back and take a look at that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to this video. Even if you had to fast forward, I just appreciate you being here with me and supporting me. It means a lot to me, guys, because this channel has helped me a lot, even with my anorexia, because before I started this channel, I was heading toward a recovery center or a treatment center, and I was panicking because it was 4.5 hours away from home. My husband threatened to get rid of all my animals because he couldn't care for them, and that was hard, and I was fighting it. I was fighting it tooth and nail. My weight had dropped lower than I was in middle school, and I'm 52 years old, so I've been out of school for a long time. I graduated at 86, so think about that for a minute. That's how low my weight was. My weight was, I graduated in 86, and I was almost to that weight. Just put it that way. As far as numbers go, not as far as what I weighed more when I graduated than what I do now. So that just kind of gives you an idea, because I know with eating disorders, we don't like to talk about numbers. I talk about them, but I know a lot of you that are going through eating disorders don't like to talk about numbers, so I'm not going to say the number. But I weighed more in high school than what I do now, and I weighed more in middle school than what I do now. So I don't like where I am, but I have to learn to accept it, and it's just scary. And I know I've talked about, I'm sorry. This has become an eating disorder video, and that's not where it intended to be. It intended to be about these wonderful palettes right here. But go out and get them. Go out and get them, because you're not going to be disappointed. They're beautiful. They really are. They have my heart. They always have. And they're going to be in their home with these, because they're my minis. And I have a drawer that is nothing but Juvia's place that's getting full. So what do I want to do? My Jeffree Star drawer got full, so I had to clear out my drawer at the bottom of my bed that had my sheets in it, and I made that my Jeffree Star drawer. So now I can expand and maybe move this up and have a double Juvia's Place drawer, because you never know what she's going to come out with next. Just saying, you never know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see, you know, what else I got up my sleeves. Hit the bell notification so you know when I do this again, because the giveaway that's coming up, I'll be doing a video for that. So hit that notification so that you know when I upload it. And come back and join me again. Don't forget to take care of yourself, take care of each other, be good to yourself, be good to each other, stay safe, and come back and give me another chance and come back and see me again. Thanks, guys.